Very true.
Maybe even half a reel, actually.
Yeah, they're pretty short.
'Cause we've got 2 Fleischer Brothers animated films
Yeah,
this episode.
which we haven't talked about any Fleischer Brothers stuff yet, right?
Oh, we definitely have.
Oh, we have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of the Inkwell, certainly.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Right.
God, there's been others. I think we talked
Okay.
about one recently too. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're sort of the, I guess at this point, a rival to Disney's animation. Yeah, these two animated shorts, Dizzy Dishes and Swing You Sinners, both produced by Max Fleischer but directed by Dave Fleischer,
hmm
feel very kind of like quintessential, like 30s cartoon.
It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, in both good and bad. I mean, the only bad way I would say is that there's definitely some kind of
The racism.
yeah, the racism, the caricature, and the yeah, that's creeping in there for sure. It's not maybe as in your face as maybe some other stuff, but it's they're occasionally just like, oh, yikes.
Yeah, specifically in these two with some just kind of random like Jewish stereotype kind of guys
Yeah.
in them.
Yeah, but on both of these, I was just like, oh, yeah, that's there. There we go. But
Yeah.
other than that, I think they're both pretty fun. Just in how silly and kind of I don't know, they both have a lot of fun with cartoon logic, I guess. I think we talked about that a bit with like
Yeah.
the early
yeah.
Disney stuff also. These feel
Especially-
like they're taking it a little further even.
Yes. I honestly I really I like what these are doing more than what Disney's doing right now. I think like the Fleischer brothers, as you were saying, really define that 1930s cartoon style, and
Mhm.
Disney has always been in Fleischer's shadow up till now, and
Mhm.
only really appear recently. These movies, they feel like kind of amped up. Like let's take cartoons to their extremes right now.
Mhm.
I think some of the cell animated stuff that we have been talking about in years past has been like cartoony and squashy and stretchy at moments, but like Swing You Sinners is just so much vibrant movement, off the wall cartooniness,
Yeah.
unreal things happening, that like, you know, things stretching and transforming in cartoon logic ways.
Right.
A lot
It's
of
not
fun.
even squash and stretch. It's like things like transforming and morphing into other things
Yeah.
just through, cartooniness. Like anything can be anything else.
Yeah.
They both have a bit of a kind of like dream or nightmare logic to them, right? Where
Mm-hmm.
right, anything is anything. And so it is the speed at which like characters or objects will just become other things is very is palpable.
It's all very like, let's throw any idea that we've got out there, and then like make it zany looking. I mean, it's almost like the kind of early slapstick shorts where
Mhm.
they have a premise and then they're like, let's get everything that we can out of this premise. But these get to be a lot more visually inventive because they're not based in the real world, which is good because movies, due to the restrictions of sound, are getting less visually inventive. So
Right.
Cartoons can pick up the slack.
Yeah. Although these cartoons have sound because
Yes.
they are, as stated in the opening credits of each, talk cartoons. Talk cartoons.
Talk cartoons.
Talk cartoons.
I hardly know her tunes.
And they're both musicals, I guess, kind of, or they're both very musically based.
They include music. I mean, so Swing You Sinners is about Bimbo, which is the Fleischer Brothers cartoon dog mascot, who probably Mickey Mouse was sort of made in the image of in certain ways. He is trying to steal a chicken. He gets caught by a cop. he runs into a graveyard, and then a bunch of ghouls and spirits chastise him for being a sinner and stealing chicken, and they do that in song.
Yeah.
And then they do a bunch of creepy stuff to
Yeah.
to scare the daylights out of him.
Yeah. There's a lot of dancing gravestones and butt slapping ghosts, all kinds of fun stuff.
It feels like an evolution of skeleton dance, but like way more involved.
Yeah, yeah. I do think comparing it to Skeleton Dance or like the early Mickey Mouse stuff, I do feel like the animation in these feels a little looser and kind of less mechanical than those.
Mm-hmm. It's got more energy.
Yeah. They both I feel like you can kind of see the limits of the early animation in terms of like you can kind of see where the walls are almost. Even if they are very off, both of these are very off the wall and very like don't really feel like they've been restricted in any sense.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of what they can put on screen. There's a little bit of like rough edges on some of the animation just because of how early it is, I think.
There's rough edges, but also like it is doing stuff that is kind of more involved than a lot of current day animation does.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I think that animation nowadays, they found ways to economize on things in a way that might not be like visually obvious all of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it comes at the cost of this rubber hose animation is what they call it, like the rubber hose arms and legs that these characters have, because it's just animation is not really this expressive anymore, for the most part. So cheap in some ways, but very expensive in other ways.
Right. Yeah.
It's a catchy tune. It's
True.
It's always a vibe having ghosts sing about your demise to you, you know.
Which even the premise feels like such a like 1930s cartoon premise of go to a graveyard and have ghosts sing at you about how bad you are for stealing a chicken.